NERDSoul.
Lay Ill Kid at OneYoungsta, holding it down, bringing that street geek and nerd soul. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell. Let's go. It's anime-ish. We talking anime. We're gonna have a good time, and we got some awesome people. All right, so sit back, relax, chill, go in and grab a cup of your favorite drink. All right, because I am joined by one half of the dynamic duo from the South. I give to you the one and only Mark Dub. What's up?
Hello everybody. It's Mark Dub, half man, part amazing, spicy like the Creole, not the Cajun. Yours truly, but never truly yours. How y'all doing?
Man, that's what's up, man. That's what I'm saying. We got folks up in the house, and of course, this week once again we are joined by the illustrious, cool, calm, and collected Kunoichi of the year. I give to you Ninja Sama Cosplay. What's up? She let me know earlier she prepping for con season, y'all. Y'all better get ready. You know what I'm saying? So, Ninja, please, you know what I'm saying? Grace these folks with the eloquent words that only an assassin could speak.
Good morning, good evening, good night. It's Ninja Sama Cosplay, and I'm only one of the things you described me as. You can pick which one it was, because I can only be one of those things at any given time. I can either be illustrious, or cool, or collected. Cannot be all four at once.
Oh boy! All right, well, you know what? I'm gonna throw it over to Dub first. Mark Dub, what you been watching? What you been watching in these streets? What you been enjoying?
First off, I want to take this opportunity to make sure that I slander COOP for not being here on time. I always tell him he's timely. He always fussing. He always say I'm not caught up. I'm not caught up. Well, now I'm caught up. I done watched Solo Leveling. I done watched I'm caught up on the Undead Unluck. I'm caught up on the Solo Leveling. I'm caught up on the Ninja Kamui. And he ain't in the building.
Man, he might be able to make it a little late. But which one you want to talk about? Which one you want to talk about first?
Man, I don't even know. Let's.
Because I've seen all three. Well, I haven't caught up all the way on one of them, but this will be my first time speaking on one or speaking in depth on one. So either one of those you want to bust out, let me know.
Well, see, that's the thing. Okay, so I'll say with Solo Leveling, I started a little bit late.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else was on it. I know Ninja was on it early. Mm-hmm. No, when she caught up though, she was like on all of it. She started and she couldn't stop.
Yeah.
I wasn't feeling it like that, Mike. I watched the first episode. It was a struggle.
Oh,
and
okay.
I was feeling some Tokyo Revenger vibes at the end. I was like, dang, the pro tag looks so sad. He looked like he was giving me some wimpy vibes, and I was like,
oh, dang, you ain't had to say wimpy though.
I don't like this, Coop. I don't like it. And Coop said, you must stick by the Ninja Sama rule of 3. You must. He said, watch the second episode. And this is why I'm slandering him, Mike. He was right.
Oh, he was. Oh, okay.
I watched the second episode. I saw a lot of blood and death, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm in it. And now, hey man, now the pro tag is he didn't. I don't know. He didn't put his big boy pants on.
Yeah, he bossed up a little bit.
That dude went from Steve Urkel to Stefan Urkel.
Yo, he went quick too. Hey,
Stepan Urkel in the NFL on all of the steroids.
Man, okay, I was similar to you, but I wasn't super over the moon for the first episode, but I was feeling it. I was like, okay, all right, this is kind of all right. Let's see where this goes. And then the second episode, I was like, oh yeah, yo, bruh, that dude that tried to break out of the church or whatever, like the demon magic church or whatever. He was like, I'm fast. I could get out.
Disappearing dungeon.
Yeah, he was like, I'm fast. I could get out, bruh. when there won't nothing left but some hot shoes.
Look, oh my goodness. So I was trying to sell the show to my son. Shout out to J Dub. Trying to get Dub Jr. on it, and I told him, you got to check out the first episode. We watched the first episode. He was kind of where I was. I said, look, I promise you it gets better. Let's go to episode 2. When we saw old boy get left, he was like, speed is my thing.
Yep.
I'm gonna make it. And that sucker ran out, and it was so fast, man. Like, you heard him pop him. They hit him with the old Cyclops Zark.
Man, that was it.
All you saw was some smoking calves.
But I will. I'm still on the fence with the video game thing, because Ninja, you were talking about how you weren't really super feeling the like the gamey kind of stuff.
Yeah,
I kind of like it, and I kind of don't.
It's one of those things where we started to see it a lot in anime, so I'm like, oh, here we go. I will say as the episodes progress, it's more just like, it is a thing. Obviously, he checks his stats and blah blah blah, but it's not as invasive as I thought it was going to be. Like the other ones, like for instance in Shield Hero, of course, naturally it's Isekai, all the things, and it's like all the time, like all the things. Versus like this is more so, it comes up when he's trying to learn what's going on about it. But other than that, he's just kind of like, he's more concerned, not like, oh, I'm in this way to do these things or whatever. He's more concerned like how I can grind to do what I need to do for my family. So he's still like got his eyes on the prize.
Gotta do what I can to feed my daughter.
Yeah, well, in this case, his sister.
Yeah,
and his mama, right?
And his mommy.
And so everything he's kind of doing is still for them. So even if, like, I would say, like in other shows when they like go head first into something, he's not necessarily going head first into something because he just thinks, I'm going to be the best I ever was, and I want to be the best ever. He's like, man, I'm super strong. I think I can get this and get this money. I can get this bread, so I'm gonna go in. Like, that's why he goes. Like, that's what's motivating him, and I'm quite fond of that.
Yeah, I dig that a lot.
That capitalistic urge, I would. This is actually how I would, if I were in his circumstances, I would do the same thing. Yeah, I'm gonna go get this money. I ain't gonna tell nobody I'm strong. I'm stronger than them. Yeah, y'all go ahead and underestimate me. Send me up in here and let me go ahead and bang this old dragon out and get this.
Man, when he goes into the dungeon with those people and they backstab him, that dude is so unfazed. I love it. Instead of that, like, I can't believe I've been betrayed, because he's so naive. He's like, man, I guess I gotta kill these dudes.
Like, he was like, because that's where I am now. He's fighting against the. And for me, if you're watching this, of course, we're going to talk about it because the show is out. That's what we do. But, and I mean, you guys are ahead of me, I think. I'm pretty sure. Like, I'm on episode 6. I'm like in the middle of episode 6. I think there's 8 episodes out now. But anyway, when they double crossed him, he was like, okay, yeah, so I guess I'm gonna have to fight this guy. Like, he was just like, he wasn't even tripping. The young rich kid, he was like, oh my God. He was like, nah, man, it's all good. Look, we gonna be all right. Just, you know what I'm saying? Just chill out real quick. I got this. Like, yo, homie's muscles was on. Look, I ain't going front. As someone who has been training seriously for the past, I'd say 3 years or so, been training seriously, training even more so the last year. It's nice to see him train up. Now, at the same time, the quickness of the muscles, I would love to have that, because it be taking mad long. It takes about a month to start seeing some actual difference, but but I ain't going front. I will attest. I will say this: 100 push-ups a day actually does work, but it ain't going to be in a couple days. It's going to take you about a month to start seeing them shoulders being real. But them shoulders is going to be real, but it ain't going to be overnight. Like, your boy got healed up overnight.
It's funny how fast he grew, but it's also
his abs was crazy.
Part of his gift, from like, and I thought about that, like, why do the gods who have imbued him with the second generation, what do they call it, their gifts or their powers, I guess?
I don't know. I know it's the second awakening, and I can't remember what they call their
the second
like,
generation of his powers is like, why are they doing it? I'm wondering, you know.
And I'm pretty sure those guys, those kind of, I guess, Secret Servicey guys, know way more than they're letting on. Because even though they left him in the hospital, they were like, all right, cool, we ain't got no more questions. They've definitely been keeping tabs on him. So,
oh yeah, they've been keeping tabs.
They know something.
I think when they left, I don't think they expected anything, but like you see later, his name comes up again, and I guess the guy who's the supervisor of the two, he's like, okay, so now we do have to start keeping tabs on him, because like we expected him to just be a lowly E rank, but you know, we have this situation where all these hunters were killed, and a D and an E rank, a D rank on his first mission, and an E rank who has a reputation for getting his butt kicked by going through a gate.
Every time.
Like every time he goes through the gate, he gets hospitalized. So, like they literally call him the weakest hunter to have ever lived, which is,
that's cold.
Yeah, that's cold work, man.
I don't think they actually call him like the official people. They say one of the weakest because it's an E. He registers, but I don't think, because that's one thing I like about it is that they're like, okay, he's weak. He could just really honestly just go work at the Circle K. It'll be fine. But he's not like, oh, this is the worst person ever. Because I don't like anime like that either. We're like that, like that's like they like a lot of the hunters call him that because they're like, dude, bro, what is, you know?
Yeah,
but
that's
what
I
was saying.
Like
the
hunters
thing. He's not like the lowest hunter ever that's ever fought. He's just is also crappy. He's ordinary. And that's something that I liked about the anime, at least in the start of it, because like, no shade, because I like the show too, like My Hero, whatever. It was almost like Midoriya was extraordinary because he didn't have the powers. This guy's just like, okay, he's never, you know, he ain't gonna make it past junior varsity, you know, more so than just like, oh my god, we can't believe this dude sucks. Like it was a little different. He's kind of like, yeah, I suck. So, and now that he doesn't suck anymore, he's not gloating about it. He's just like grinding. He's like, I'm just gonna go solo. You know, he just wants to go solo to levels and going about his business.
Yeah,
well, it's funny because
even when he got back and he beat that I guess that golem or whatever, dude was mad. He was like, man, all these people fighting, they're having a hard time. Let me hold them down real quick. Homie threw the sword and just walked off like, I'm too cool to stay.
He didn't even want the paycheck. He could have got paid easily. He was just like, he was gone. He was just like, I'm out. Like,
yo, man,
I think he was still trying to figure out
glory.
Right, right. Like, I think he was like, if I don't want to expose just how strong I am right now. Like, everybody thinks I'm a lowly E class. Let's let them keep thinking that.
Like, look, y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all just keep on sleeping on your boy, and then I'm gonna do what I gotta do to make sure that I get this paper. You know what I'm saying? My mama sleep. My little sister, she don't be listening. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta get this money, and I ain't even trying to get the fame. You know what I'm saying? Just give me the money. Y'all can keep the fame. So I do like that about him. I like that a lot. He's low key. I will say he had a problem with what I knew he was going to have a problem with, because he was leveling up and he kept like bumping up the strength. I was like, bro, you're going to need some agility. And the second he got to his first dungeon, he had all those fast goblins. I was like, you're going to need that agility. Told you. You're going to need, see, if you had that Spider-Man like agility, you wouldn't have that problem right now. But you don't listen, don't nobody listen to me. I was like, all right, okay. But nah, he still did well. He did well. So, you know, I'm down with my boy now. I'm down, you know, I'm fully in on this show. All right, this season is Ninja Kamui and solo leveling for me. Metallic Rouge. I rock with them. Those my jams. So Mark Dub, I'm with you. I'm with Coop too. At least I think Coop still like this show. You know, we down with this.
Yeah, Coop is he in on the solo leveling. Yeah, I told him I was having a hard time. He was like, nah, you got to watch a few more episodes before you condemn it. I was like, and I am somebody when somebody proves me wrong and it's on something good, I like to be proven wrong. I love to give you your props. If I'm wrong about something, and I don't mind saying it.
Oh,
I was wrong.
I feel so special.
That's right, Coop. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, how you feeling about that solo leveling right now? I know they got some new episode, you know what I'm saying, out there, you know, in them streets. We've been throwing some praise to it. You know, what's something about it that you've been enjoying?
Look, man, y'all, ever since Rachel, shout out to Gamma Ray, talked about it, you know, I pretty much, it's featured now in my thing. In fact, so much so, I'm already in season 2, season 3. I picked up the volumes from my library. I'm on volume 5. I can't stop.
He was spoil Master Flex right here.
Can I at least talk about
I don't want no spoilers. Nope.
No.
What episode you at? All right.
Give me your wrist so I can slap it. Give me your wrist so I can slap it.
I thought you was on episode 8 too.
Nah,
All
right,
we
ain't talking about the episodes. I'm talking about you gonna be giving us book knowledge. We don't want that.
I ain't gonna talk about the book knowledge. I'm talking about episode 8. I'm positive. I'm talking about episode 8.
Okay, episode 8. That's fair.
I'm saying for
bet not.
What? Bet not what?
Give us no book knowledge. You bet not. Spoiler. Spoil me.
Knowledge.
Shut up.
Spoiler.
Let me learn you something today. I'm going to
Polar over here.
First of all, shout out to everybody who's listening. Y'all can hear this at www.blurtish.com. That's www.blerd-ish.com. Sorry for being late. I get late one time. Here I go. Mark praised me and then condemned me in one sentence.
Well, actually, he condemned you, praised you, then came back to condemn you.
I let you have it. Wow. I made sure I let you have it.
What did you let
if
me
I don't
have
do
it?
Who else will?
My
God. It don't matter who else will. I did it. I made sure I did it.
I don't know what can you possibly condemn me on, sir?
Okay. Anyway. You be 25 minutes late is a start, but let's go.
Aiden
Here we are. Let's run it.
2 words happened. Aiden bomb. Anyway, episode 8. I love it, man. I ain't gonna go past this, but you know, I love the setups. I love that we're learning a little bit more and more about the lore. Like I said, I'm all in on this show. I'm gonna see it, unless it kind of gets weird. I'm gonna see this all the way to the end. I'm gonna read it, then I'm gonna watch it.
I do need to interject this real quick, Mike. You're not an intro guy. I like intros. I don't like the intro to this one.
The intro in this joint is straight trash.
I skipped the intro just because it's so heavy. You know, it's like, you know, you see all the shadows coming off his body. It's like, it's well done as far as just how it looks, whatever. I just don't, it's not one that grabs me. I like
the music is not him.
I would rather them just I
mean, because the music like from Ninja Kamui, like, bro, I keep talking about it because I feel it every time I watch a new episode.
Y'all already talked about Ninja Kamui?
Nah, not yet. We started on solo.
We saved you.
I'll say this. You know how, in fact, I know Mike and Ninja know this. You know how when Full Metal Alchemist, they'll just come on and like in between the breaks it'd be like Full Metal Alchemist. That's all I need from solo leveling. That would be a cool just opening, just him solo leveling. Get to it. Look, I'm the opening and ending guy because I love them. This one, I have to agree with Mike. I'm not feeling the opening. Like, it's forgettable.
It's skippable for sure.
It's so skippable.
It's got no weight. Funny. It has no weight. No weight to it.
Mike gets one right every so often. You know what I'm saying?
Man, it's not ever so often, man. If you think about the sheer amount of anime that exists,
I'm talking about what I'm watching.
The 10 intros you like is not going to outweigh the thousands of bad anime intros.
I would say this, like either a show has it and their OPs and EDs are going to be good, and so you look forward to them. Like I guess Jujutsu Kaisen, considering I dropped the anime, but the first couple were really, they were a cultural reset or whatever, or like Spy Family and a few other ones or whatever, so Dr. Stone has good ones, but So you expect them every season. Like if they start off with a trash opening or ending, it's like I have no want or will to watch. Or Bleak. Bleak has like the greatest catalog of openings and endings, like ever. Like
I'll say
they're
definitely
bangers.
that first one.
True.
I don't.
They're
Like,
bangers,
I can't remember the other ones, but the first one is so damn memorable.
You can play. I mean, they were smart to have like an actual notable band. They had Orange Range do Asterisk. Is the name of that song.
Perfect
and
to the animation, to the color scheme of Bleach, to like everything fit.
Inuyasha's opening is weak because that's why they never played on Adult Swim. It's a little cheesy. Change the World is not great. Man, but the endings, the endings of Inuyasha are bangers. Ninja, every single one of them.
I want to ask you this. Like, in fact, just top 3 openings for you real quick.
Ever in life?
I'll just say for me, one of them. In fact,
we're gonna have to actually think about that. That's
I'm just gonna say one for me that is such a damn earworm. I have to think about it more, but Bluebird is one of them. That might be one of the best ones.
That's a pretty good one.
Bluebird, and of course the first Demon Slayer opening for me.
What's Bluebird? What's that off of?
It's off of Naruto.
Yeah, it's a Naruto opening.
It's a Naruto. It's probably.
It's not my favorite one, but it's a good one.
It might be one of the most famous ones.
If it's one of the Naruto popular openings, it's probably Flames. He got some fire. He got some fire.
It's basically you'll know it if you see. You know if you hear it. I promise you.
Naruto has some pretty good opening.
It's definitely the one that's been remixed the most by trap mixes or different stuff. Like they've done the most with it. So, but one day we're gonna have that episode.
Yeah, because that's a whole. Yeah, that's a whole episode. If I would had to sit and think,
I couldn't pick my top 3 openers of all time because you almost have to break it down by genre, just like music. Because of course I want to say Bang. Of course I want to say Smile Bomb. Of course I want to say Shamrock Shampoo's opening. Rest in peace to New Japanese. Of course I want to say of course I want to say Asterisk Bleach. Like I mean it gets too lengthy too fast.
I don't even
Attack on Titan's opener is great. It's too many.
We gonna go into it. I don't even need to do it by era. Like it's just something that's just gonna transcend time and space for me.
I said by genre. I said by genre.
No, I mentioned era just because it's like if you try to do 3 for all of anime ever,
that's impossible.
That's gonna be tough.
You're
gonna end up being mad because you gotta drop so many.
I probably
couldn't do it.
5 to 10. I think I can come up with that, but I just know for me already put me down for Le Grange by Lisa. I will be listening to that forever. I'm gonna be crying to that after whatever happens to Demon Slayer, and I'm gonna play it every day until I get it out my system. I play it. I listen to the piano version. People play the piano version of that song. Like if I can play the piano, I want to learn to play that song.
I mean, there's just so many iconic ones. Evangelion's opener, I mean, there's some you just can't it has a hold on you. But then there's also the underrated ones too, where it's like, okay, that's actually just objectively a really good song.
We go. You know what? I feel like that might be one we might need to get ready for spring or summer. We're gonna make that an episode.
Yeah, because there's some jams. I'm even thinking of something now where I'm like, yeah, there's some jams.
Sorry, y'all. I know I got us.
We can make a collaborative. You can make a collaborative playlist on Spotify where we can all go in and drop in. I would say, we could drop in 5 to 10, and then that could be a thing.
All right, that's what's up.
Throw that text up in there.
But like I said, so leveling. I can't. Thank you, Rachel. Thank you, Camp. Y'all told me. Like I waited. I absorbed it all. I'm all in. Books and everything.
All right, Dub. How about that ninja, man? How about that
With
ninja
demons
combo,
in my head, vengeance is the only way.
I love it.
Only way, man. Look, kill my family. I gotta take y'all down, man. Gotta take you all down.
Man, you know what I love about Ninja Kamui? Everything. But I love I love the get to itness of it.
He gone. Point.
Say, bro, he gone. Don't be. He not bull. He not horse pucky.
Nope.
He is not.
He only got 12
and
episodes.
They not horse pucking with him. So, they trying to get at him.
Absolutely.
But it's like, yo, it's such a bad idea. And every episode, Uncle Mike becomes more and more Uncle Mike.
Can I
mean, his voice actor. I mean, Agent Mike Morris is definitely he has worked on my car with a lit cigarette hanging precariously.
Agent Mike Morris definitely
for a pack of ponies.
When he's off of work, he's wearing a jumpsuit that you wear in the plant. He looked like my dad. He reminded me of my dad in one of the few pictures. Y'all, you seen it where he wearing his work suit. You know what a work suit is a jumper.
Yeah. It's like if anyone knows like the name brand ones, it's basically that navy blue Dickies.
All right. Dickies. It's the
navy
Carhartt
blue Dickies.
It's the
Carhartt. Same thing. Any of those.
Small.
They don't have nothing but car grease and oil on it, and it'll never come out. You wash it as many times as you want. It's never gonna be clean.
I'm about to go cultural or not. Do most brothers wear Dickies than Carhartt?
Yeah, I think. You know what? I think Dickies is. You know what? I think that's.
I tell you, man,
that's a cultural thing.
Is very well constructed, man.
It's like not like back in the day. I don't think my dad and them like. I know Carhartt supposed to be around for a while, but since we in the South, Carhartt was always known for like the tundra and all. Even though Dickies can protect you from the cold, I promise you, it can.
Yep.
And it can rip your skin off, depending on what kind you got. Y'all, all the hipsters now. I know Dickies done got, hipster swab, which y'all paying for up the prices of $200, $300 jackets. I can't get me a Dickie jacket no more, thanks to you people. And I know they done changed the material. Dickies didn't used to make no coat like that for like everyday wear.
Dickies was like. It was imagine however rough denim is and multiply that by about 30.
Man.
Why do you think Marshawn Lynch was such a good running back? He used to practice in Dickies.
I believe it too. I know you joking, but I would not dispute it.
You can't bend your knees with them joints.
Bruh. Look, every hood movie, when they playing football, when the Crips and Bloods playing football, what they wearing? Dickies.
Straight up Dickies, yo. Them dresses.
Every fat and fast as hell the Dickies.
Ain't nobody wearing pads, but they all wearing Dickies.
Yup. See, Dickies will protect you.
Hey, Jerry Curl juice activation back in in the 80s. But anyway, just sometimes, bro, I have these observations.
Oh, like I have a prediction for Ninja Kamui. Since they're basically the Insidious Six, I believe that they're going to go the way of every iteration of the Insidious Six is that they basically beat each other. They're going to end up not being able to get along when it actually counts, and they're going to end up being their own undoing.
I'm going to disagree.
Think about it. Every iteration, like Doc Ock, Scorpion, they can't never get along long enough to, they can't never get along long enough to actually close and seal the deal on Spider-Man. They always mess their own selves up.
This is why I'm gonna disagree. I think Hagan gonna kill them faster than they can get to that team shattering disagreement. Like
okay, because they was having a little ice cracking at the table already.
I mean, it was just a little dude who deserved it. He was like, Master said, shut up. All right,
give him that Vader choke.
I don't know what. I guess force choke jutsu. Shut a loser up. Breathing technique, because he about to say something disgusting. He's like, look, enough of your chat. He you see Big Daddy Kane, as I call him, he didn't get choked. He didn't get choked because he cool. He just said, look, y'all just don't mess with my fade. He tried to come here and mess with my fade, I'm gonna kill him. That's all he had to say.
Yep.
Master's like, all right, cool, you on point.
And you know what, shouts out once again, I'm gonna give Ninja Kamui this props for this. Not only did you make Agent Mike Morris a regular brother, y'all didn't do no stupid stuff with his lips, no kind of crappy, minstrel show stuff. But then you also gave a brother a fresh fade,
right? With a pick,
man. With a pick on point. I need to see who's the animation supervisor on this.
Somebody who got some sense. And
somebody
I'm you
who
know
care,
what,
man.
And can I say
somebody
this?
who care, who make people look like real people. Like it's, I love and appreciate it.
And I'm gonna throw this out there. Since it's Women's Month, they haven't, look, sometimes I don't care about fan service. They haven't had one weird fan service thing yet.
Yeah, you know what? They haven't done any fan service.
Respectful of, it's violent as hell, but respectfully
they could have easily positioned Emma as the fan servicey character, and they haven't.
They haven't did any of that.
Been a regular cop, or I mean FBI agent, but you know what I'm saying? She's just been an agent. That's it. Like, no crazy weird angles where it's like, bro, come on now.
You know what they like with some anime with some things that we have all agreed, like, all right, like they ain't
giving you those, and it's not just anime, giving you those Michael Bay angles.
Yeah,
come on, Michael Bay. Let's keep it real. He be having some joy. I'll be like,
I'm gonna keep it a real buck. Sometimes I'll be like, I don't mind, but on some anime, Mark has been right there by me. I'll be like, why are they doing this? This person is not the right age for this. And it's like, stop this, please.
Yeah. Like, we really have had a problem with that. That is one of the downsides of, because Coop and I have just been debating the vast superiority of anime to a lot of Western cinema.
I mean,
period.
But
that is an issue that we.
It's just one of those things.
Pervasive.
This is History Month. I would like Women's History Month, and I'll chime in on this. I actually don't mind fan service if it has a time and a place, or at the very least if it's consistent with the themes and the storytelling, and it all like goes like, for instance, Fairy Tail increased its fan service over time. So the first couple seasons, like that, little whatever. Then I think they switched one too many animation studios, and it was like jiggle figure sticks, whatever. And I was like, wow, that's that's just different. Or the inverse, where I gotta talk about Bleach because I finally caught up on Bleach. Like the manga is actually pretty fan servicey, and they nerf it quite a bit in the anime. So I'm and there's some things I would like to see in the future, and I hope they don't nerf those too. I'm talking about Yoruichi, but. Anyway, like I don't mind it. Like I'm not just like, oh my gosh, it's a girl. I can't believe they had those boobs jiggling. But it's more so like, what's the age of the character? What's happening?
It'll be random moments too where it's like not necessary.
Like that's the point that we were kind of getting at.
Yeah. But I ain't want to just get to it.
Sometimes these characters, man, they're so overtly like sexually drawing, and they're like high school kids, and
I'm just
like that's like the problem I have with that. That's one of the few problems though, because everything else though, man, like I'm really enjoying.
I'm giving Ninja Kamui his praises from design, character design all the way through. It's just like they know their mission, and they have like maybe one character might pop up down the line. I don't think so, but it's just like it'll be like slice of life stuff. And it'd be like, why are they panning up? This is like, oh, come on. Like, this is a little, like, y'all definitely got it on people's minds. And it's like, this is wrong. But back to Ninja Kamui. I just wanted to say that. And thank you for giving your opinion on that, Ninja. I just wanted to really, give them some more love on that.
I'm going to throw this out to all three of y'all. Anybody have any thoughts on who the mystery caller is in Ninja Kamui?
I'm going to make a guess. It is Alza, Mr. Blonde Guy, the worst person that I'm telling you, he gonna wind up being the worst person, not because he got the most ninja skills, because he's the most corrupt, and he's probably the corrupter of all of these people. And the reason why I'm gonna guess, he wanted to get data. He's a data freak. He's not even like, notice how calm he is. He's not worried about being killed at the moment.
That's why I think that this whole like CEO kind of Steve Jobs-ish kind of, Mark Zuckerberg thing, I think it's a play. I bet you he got skills and just don't nobody know.
I think he's
using Higan to get people out the way.
I think his skills are manipulation and money. I think because he can build robots that can do what they can do. Maybe that remodel for Little Big Head is his model. Maybe he was testing. I just call it Little Big Head, but whatever. But
that'll work.
I'm calling him Freakazoid, but that works too.
Freakazoid. Look, put the whole name together. Freakazoid, little big head. He's like a Tim Burton character now. But it's just I think his goal is that I think he's enticed by Ninja. He's like, wow, guns and bullets and bombs are great, but you know what make a really great enforcer? What if I could copy these guys? Let's test it out. Like there's a guy like that he can't get enough. He can't stop himself.
He's gonna download all of their moves and program them into his brain, a la Prometheus.
That can happen
and be
too.
the coldest ninja.
Or he's gonna create like maybe a good bodyguard, create his own Iron Man or whatever, and you just gonna have to deal with it. Maybe that's season 2. Maybe that's something down the line that pop up. But like that little meeting, he said, "Oh, I want some data." And that's all he's worried about, and he's kind of probably like feeding some carrots that might either get him killed, or he's going to turn on it, or he's going to get everybody killed.
Like Coop, I like where you're going with it. I think you're onto something, man. I think he's collecting data. Like he's super fascinated with the ninjas.
Sure.
He's collecting a bunch of data.
Yes.
He's either going to try to make himself a super suit or something that's gonna level the playing field for him, where the master won't be able to threaten him, and because the master threatens him.
He did kind of boss up on him a little bit.
I mean,
he lay down a little bit, but he be looking kind of like, okay, you got me now, but I'm gonna get you.
But also, who is this is a cyberpunk dystopian, and I ain't gonna say dystopian, but it's a cyberpunk world. Money is needed, technology is needed, because everybody has it, and the ninjas and whatever happened, I mean, we sure the master was a snake in the grass and killed the old master, that they basically sold themselves out to these people outside of Japan to be their hitman and do these things. So what made him do it? Was it the power? Was it disrespect? Was it whatever? We know he's a top-notch ninja, and he know that there's something that Hagan can do that he can't do. That, that maybe the Reaper, his ex-friend is probably as good as into the old ways. Reaper, like, you left. We ain't never supposed to leave. I hate you, but I love you like a brother. And also, I know you talked about this, Mike. Shout out to Hagan. Like, bruh, that I broke the rules when I met you.
Macaroni.
Woo! I was like, boy, Hagan. I ain't think
he put
he had
that neckline down.
I ain't think I mean, I guess he's starting to show his personality a little bit more, and he kind of showed it when he was in disguise. But that one,
yeah,
that's up there, y'all. That's up there.
It's up there, and y'all. And look, for the fellas out there, you saw how he held his woman all night. You know what I'm saying?
Up in the blanket.
Hold your woman, man. All right. I know. You know what I'm saying. Sometimes life gets in the way. You get busy. You know what I'm saying, working and stuff. But take some time to just hold your lady. Hold her close.
And I don't want to hear nothing from the Reaper getting mad and jealous because he was holding his lady, because you supposed to be my brother. I don't want to be with them types. I don't care. I know he good. I know you cold, but shut up. I'm telling him to shut up because I know it's coming.
Shut up.
Like, you cold, Reaper. You cold, bro. Just I don't even need you to talk. All you gonna say is like, hey man, you broke the code. Then fight. Cause
shouts to their security system too. If a bead of sweat can set off the whole their security ain't no joke.
Bruh.
One little baby bead of sweat.
That's why I think it's Alza, because if it probably ain't Reaper, because it just probably ain't Reaper. It ain't probably Little Big Head, because he just wants to kill him because he's sick. Unless it's somebody else who figured it out. I think Alza just wants data.
Yeah, and the other 3 members don't seem super interested. Like they don't seem like they're against. It's not like they want Hagan to win, but they don't really seem interested. Or maybe they don't really see him as a full threat yet.
Well, it is only episode 4. By episode 6, 7, after a couple of them die, they gonna be yelling. They gonna be screaming, begging for mercy, because he gonna kill at least 3 of them. Well, I mean, 3 of them gone.
I figured this season he'd only get rid of maybe 1 seat, and then because you want to stretch this out a little bit. But I mean, you never know.
I don't even need them to stretch it out. I want to see them post-pounded 12 episodes. I need at least 3 to 4 of them gone.
Wow.
I want
Little Big Head.
Bruh,
well, Little
it's
Big
like-
Head, I figure he gotta go.
This is like a video game to me. He's climbing that wall. Reaper, I don't know if he counts on the seat, but he got it. He clearly about to get it or get part of it
He's like
right
the
now.
pre-boss. He's like the pre-boss. He's the character that you gotta fight, and if you perfect him, then you get to face Akuma. If not, then you gotta.
I say he's like.
Shout out to my Street Fighter 2 peeps out there.
Do you? Well, prediction. Do y'all think they get a stalemate, or do you think he gonna get got? We know the hero don't lose.
Something tell me because since there's 12 episodes, something tell me it's going to be some kind of stalemate, or maybe they both kind of pull their punches and he has to leave. Because if there's 12 episodes, he can't just get in there and kill everybody right now. What's the next?
I ain't gonna lie.
The next episode's about?
It will be dope if the brother with the fade be like, I may not be a part of Ninja Clan, but don't sleep. He pull out something that just like clearly he earned that seat for a reason. Yeah. I am interested in what he does. And he looked like he had a cape on. He had a little suit. He got gloves. So clearly he into something. Like I'm curious, but like it's so refreshing for a show that is original IP. Shout out to WB for not getting in the way and letting this happen. Because they closing studios down left and right.
Man, all they do is make bad moves.
So it's like clearly they're like, all right, we'll let this happen. David Zaslav, don't you touch this. If this is more than one season.
Forgot that this was happening. It was like, oh man, I forgot to cancel that. It was like too late.
Bruh, if he cancel, I swear to you, if he do anything to this, and it's supposed to have more than one season, and that come out, man, whatever I can do to not put money in their pockets, that's what I'm gonna do. Like I'm already on the high seas with you now, and I'm mad at you for Warrior. Do something Ninja Kamui, David. We gonna miss you.
I will say this: at least Warrior did get a ending of sorts. Like they left it where they could continue it, but where it is a solid ending if it never goes any further.
Sell them rights to Netflix. Sell them rights to Netflix. Don't just license. Go on ahead and let it go. Let it go to a better space. Getting a better relationship.
We don't need no Discovery Warrior.
Oh my God. I can't even say that. Discovery. Stop before they create that TV. They create that as a reality show.
It'll be some kind of IP or something that they want to push out. Man, anyway.
Oh man.
But all right, I'll throw it to Coop. Or no, matter of fact, Ninja, what you been watching? Because I know you always bring something weird and interesting that I haven't thought of. Thought about watching and peeping out. What you been up on?
I'm not sure if you guys talked about it last week or not, but I did watch the Great Pretender movie special OVA, whatever you want to call it, which is technically the third installment. There was 2 seasons on Netflix, and then this third iteration is on it's on Crunchyroll.
Is it a movie or a season?
It plays as a movie. It's not really a season. They kind of divide it up into 4 parts, but it does play through as a movie. Like if you go on Crunchyroll, select it, it plays like an hour and a half or something like that. So it is like a 4 episode OVA / movie thing. But it was really good. And it definitely leaves a good amount of wiggle room for whatever the next full season will be, however they do it. I'm curious how it did not stay with Netflix. I guess Netflix maybe thought maybe it was a little too niche. I don't know. Netflix also had a similar heist con artist show that came out around the same time. The name forgets me. I started watching it and dropped it. It was good though.
Not Super Crooks, was it?
Super Crooks, yeah.
Which I love. Which I know
it was also good. So maybe they thought they were similar in a sense of like they're both con artists, blah 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 blah. But anyway, I digress. The Great Pretender is good.
Sorry, my bad.
No, I was just saying that it's good. In this particular installment, the main character you're following is a black female, which is cool. A lot of amnesia, a lot of heists and tricks and nooks and crannies and whodunits and all that stuff. So I would definitely recommend it. But if you've not seen the OG, go hop over to Netflix, watch the first one. You can watch them in dub, sub, whatever you want. But I don't think it's dubbed yet on Crunchyroll. At least when I watched it, it was subbed.
Yeah, it's like when I start out with something in dub that's not like a whole bunch of episodes, I kind of want to go back to it in dub, but it's just, I guess I haven't heard none of their voices in Japanese.
It's been a couple of years. It's been a couple of years since the last season came out, so I was able to suspend it. And I will say this: most of the characters, with the exception of Dorothy and maybe one or two others here and there, it's a new cast anyway. Like it's her story and stuff like that. So it's not like, oh, I heard what they call it, edamame or whatever. Like, oh, I'm used to hearing him in English, now I gotta go hear like. It's not like that. Like, unless you just really have to hear Dorothy in English, like, but to me, when it's been like a couple of years or so difference, I'm like, I can watch whatever, but that's just me.
I do want to watch it. I'm not the craziest about Dorothy's design though. That's me, but I am going to watch it. I do know it's a great show.
I don't mind her design because maybe in this particular like case, they acknowledge like that she's still like she's beautiful and all that, and it's not meant to like. I can see why some people think, oh, she looks like some type of stereotype, but I don't really think that was intentional, or do I really take it that way? Because it's not like it's made to be a joke like other characters. But on that note, I will say shout out to Bleach, 1,000 Year Blood Arc, for having a huge amount of really dope looking black characters in that last season. I mean, on both sides, Soul Reapers, Quincy's, all the things. I was like, oh, black people. To the point where they even had black people fighting black people because there's enough of them going around.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I might have to jump back in, dog.
It's
1,000 years on point.
Look.
Yeah,
what that meme said?
Cool.
What's the joke from what's that movie with Sam Jackson? That's all you had to say. I ain't gonna say the rest.
Man, they have a wide variety where I'm just like, okay, cool, that's dope. They have one that's kind of jokish, but it's jokish on purpose. He's like a I'm trying to think of, not like kind of like a CeeLo Green, like Isaac Hayes type of whatever, like do what it do, baby. Like they have one of those, which is actually hilarious. They do have one guy that's kind of like, what's happening? He's a big guy and he's floating around, and his whole thing is like, it's all love and all that, and his like little powers like make you like fall in love with him and stuff, and it's kind of hilarious. And I don't think that they were like making it was stereotypical, but it wasn't like a stereotype in the way of like, oh my God,
it was done in a way where it was like funny instead of like insulting.
A tasteful like stereotype, if you will.
Like not like One Punch Man season 2.
Oh boy.
Right.
I never even watched season 2 because some friends of mine was like, don't even go there. And I was like, all right.
Same studio is doing season 3. I'm out.
Yeah, I'm cool then. but that's what's up. Great Pretender. I haven't seen it all. I've seen a couple of episodes. I do like it because I enjoy kind of like the Ocean's 11 white collar leverage kind of vibe that it brings. So I do like it. I haven't watched it all, but I do like it.
I miss leverage.
Now I will say I have seen the character design for the sister. The bottom lip is kind of, I'm like, I don't know if y'all trying to be funny or not, or if this is just regular. I don't know, but I'm willing to reserve.
I'll say this
kind of
what I agree with Ninja. Judgment. They don't play her stupid. She's very smart. She's like very intelligent. They
also constantly call her beautiful. That's what I mean. Like it's not like they did it to make her, a monkey or ugly or whatever. They do it, and they like in the very first few scenes, they're like, yeah, this chick's hot. Like they're like, this girl like a bombshell. Like over the top. They're like, yeah, she is a very good looking girl. So that's why I'm like, okay, they just. She just got a little extra little poke out. That's all.
In her world, yes, they do refer to her as beautiful all the time. Like it is overstated that she is very good looking. That's why old boy did all that, because if y'all ain't seen it, y'all know the first half. Like she was the cause of what the French dude was doing.
Dude fall head over heels for her, so she's a very attractive woman.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I guess just for me, like the reality, like the little poke out. Like if it could have reduced just a little, if it could have like used an eraser just a little bit,
just a little.
There's also a couple of other black. They do other black characters throughout The Great Pretender as well. And I always say, like, if it's a show or whatever, and they like have more than one black character, and it's not like a consistent, like, oh, all of you guys look like that. Okay, like there's some variety and stuff there. Then I really, like I just don't really find much of a huge fault in it. I just think it's like just the fact that all of them look a little. All of them look a little rough around the edges in general.
I mean,
but
to
then,
be fair,
how they exist in their world, I'm like, okay, if she was meant to be made out to look something or whatever, then like end it to be a joke, then maybe I would feel a different way about it. But I'm like, that really wasn't their intention.
Okay,
like,
cool.
it won't stop me from watching and enjoying a show that's already good. It's just, I just wish they could. This, in my opinion, I wish they can redesign just a little bit.
But then I feel like, I don't know, if they redesigned it, then I'd feel like, I don't know, like some of us have big poking out bottomless. I think that's okay. Like I just don't think like, like I don't think they were trying to make her look like a monkey or anything like that. I really don't. I just really don't think it that way.
They did on purpose. I just think they missed the mark. I just think like, sometimes it's like accidental racism.
I'm just glad to see that she's like, racially unambiguous.
He said accidental.
Like I don't feel like they're like, ah ha ha. It ain't like, when you got the pink lip, the pink donut.
I feel like I like it. For another reason I don't mind it, and let me phrase it. I don't want to say like because that comes off of something, but I don't mind it is because like the moment they don't do that, then becomes people want to argue. Oh, she's not really. We have plenty of black characters out there, and just because they're dope and they're smart and all that, but they just have the generic anime face. People will say, "Oh, they're tanned. Oh, they're not black. This is blah blah blah." They're not. They're gonna argue up and down that they're not black. They made sure they like we want y'all to know this unambiguous.
There is a whole contingent that wants to deny any character. It's like, bruh, they ain't give us about one. There's 40 other characters in the show. You got to argue that this one ain't black too.
Even though I know a girl from Metallic Rouge is kind of tan, but she black to me. I'm sorry. I'm gonna claim her. She black.
But see, there's black coded, which we do black coded all day. Piccolo, we do black coded all day. But I'm like, they wanted to make sure that we knew as a viewer that this is an unambiguously black, beautiful woman. I'm just saying, but that's still black coded. That's still a difference.
But you're right. I'm not. But what you're saying is absolutely right.
Not Michiko.
Yoruichi?
My Hero, Bunny Girl. Not Michiko. That's another black girl. That's another one they argue. They're like, oh, she's Latina. She's Afro-Latina. She's based off of Aaliyah. So about Michiko Chihachi. Great show. Absolutely great show.
Oh, yeah.
And an awesome opening, too.
Great show all around. People actually argue up and down. They were trying to take away her blackness.
People actually argue about Hatchet. Michiko.
Yeah.
All right,
they will lean into her Latinness because she is drawn more in a stereotypical, like in a typical anime girl fashion.
Let me just say this. Proud and clear on this podcast, especially for the Blurry podcast, y'all. Yo, haters who be bothering my friend with this BS, lean your ear closer. There's Afro-Cuban, there's Afro-Latina, there's Afro-Colombian. Shut up, read a book, learn that you can be black and this. You can be black and Japanese. You can be black and blah, blah, blah. There's blackness all over this world. Continue. Michiko is super black. She looked like Aaliyah. She fine. And she's one of my favorite characters. Not because she's fine, because she's well written.
She's a great character. Absolutely.
Yes. And if you have a problem with black people all around the world, you can blame Britain. Because even though we were sailing much earlier than people thought that we were going back home. We weren't going over nowhere trying to colonize nothing, but that's a whole another story.
These are the people who clearly go look at the Dominican Republic. And I know people can be various shades over there, but y'all, all I'm saying is I learned in 92 what the Cuban basketball team looked like. I was like, oh, okay, we over there. Enough said.
He saw the team come over. He said, oh, all right. He said, all right, word, we cool.
Brother's name Vega out here with the baldies looking like MJ's, looking like the D level version of Michael Jordan.
Anyway, so all right, I'll throw it to Coop. Coop, you were, yeah, we at 54. We've been chilling. All right, so Coop,
I'm
what
gonna
you been
try.
watching, man? What you been
Since of
seeing in the
course,
street?
obviously Ninja Kamui, of course solo leveling. Since we got those wonderful shows out the way, Delicious in Dungeon. I gotta just give a look.
Ooh, good
It's been good.
food.
It's been getting good. Like just more so the novelty, but just the story is growing. I hate that people are hating on it. Speaking of character design, I
Really?
was watching. Bruh, people are mad because they got noses and they look like normal people in a fan. Like they actually have humanoid structure of
Oh, because
faces.
in most animes they take the quicker
The no-
route and don't draw a nose.
First of all, I was like, do y'all watch Trigger animation?
But
They
that doesn't mean you
actually,
can't have a nose.
bruh, I've seen. I was watching this before. They was like, they got two bitch big noses. The dude got normal noses. The elf got. He's a dwarf. He ain't supposed to be pretty. I know elves are supposed to be pretty, but even they got noses. Okay, they knew how to. They actually draw well drawn characters that you can tell what they are. The dwarves, you can tell all the different fantasy races, even the orcs. You can tell the orcs, and they are well done. Like Delicious is just a great show. Like, man, they like revealing more of the characters, and I just love like keep it quick. One of the characters who, what'd you say, Mark? You say something? Okay, I thought he was jumping in, but one of the characters, the lady dwarf who left them at the beginning when the sister got eaten, they came across her with her other party, and now you're starting to learn a little bit of the guild politics of the world and how when you do a job, you want to have a good word out there. You don't want to you just take any job and be a complete mercenary for the wrong people and stuff like that. And for whatever reason,
Code.
yeah, but it is revealed that like the healers can bring you back to life in this dungeon. For some reason, death isn't allowed in this dungeon. And one of the characters with her new guild explained it. He was using her like a meat shield. Like they kind of had this water spirit thing that they left on the cliffhanger that they had to eventually get past. Oh boy, shoved her in front of her and she got like basically shot in the head. Like the deaths in Delicious in Dungeon, you forget that it's rated MA. It draws you in, but then it'll be like an absolute bullet to the head and she dropped dead. He was like, oh, I got it. And he just brought her back. He was like, it's like, you bastard, quit killing me, all right? But it's like that's what she was paid to do. But he explained, he's like, yeah, like basically all of them have died at some point in dungeons, but the healers can bring people back. Healers are important, like in video games. Look, I played healer with Sherry on Overwatch. Sometimes I think I'm I haven't played Overwatch in a while. Not to brag, I think I'm an okay healer at times. I try to like look out for people, blah blah blah, because to keep the party going, to win the objective. So I am loving the structure of the show. That just like with Ninja Kamui, they're not like, oh, let me tell you everything how this world works, but they kind of telling you as stuff happens. Like old girl getting killed real quick. They're like, all right, I got her. Don't sweat it. But our homie Senji, the dwarf, he's a little off kilter. The man's living on the land. He hates magic. He's freaked out by it, but he was like, don't worry about it. But there's I think it's gonna be a big reveal when we find out what got him away from not want to touch magic at all. Like he hates magic. He's like, I am not with that. And it's of the devil. I'm joking, but he's just like, leave me alone. Let me do it my way. Yada yada. But it's still a good show, and it's just deepening as we go. So that's one thing I'm watching. Another thing, I haven't watched Buchigiri in a while. Jump back on Mr. Villain's Day Off. Love it. It's still up there as far as my slice of life. What else? I did watch Undead Unluck. Something else I watched that, oh my god, it is. If you give me 1 second, I'm trying to think of it. But you know what? I did watch Undead Unluck.
I know you ain't feeling it right now. I know you.
I don't hate this episode, but it's just kind of like it was cool. I do love Fuko. Like I love Fuko's comedy, the voice acting for her comedy stylings. It's the only thing that's kind of keeping me in. I kind of don't care it right now with this page stuff.
I ain't going front. They could have played the music on this episode.
Yeah, it felt a little doop.
I was like, oh, here we go. I was watching the episode. I was like, man, let me go in and tune out.
It's basically to say that we have like 5 or 6 episodes left, and the fact that we're supposed to be building. This is me and Mark talked about this. You know, we made fun of it a little bit, not even on purpose. It just kind of happened. It's uninvolved itself into madness as we unraveled into stupidity. But you know, I don't know. I ain't gonna do this again, I hope. But I just feel like, where are we going? I feel like they should have just stopped the season when Billy turned bad. And I think I don't want no more than 13 episodes a season. I don't need both cores back to back of Undead. I feel like it's too much. I think 13 is that good sweet spot. Like, I could probably watch 26 episodes of Solo Leveling, but we're only getting 12. That's probably smart. That's probably very smart to do.
And well, with this, I think what they're trying to do is give us like a little calm before the storm, but the calm isn't really that good.
The calm is
it's
like,
not.
I don't care about Anno right now because I feel like it's too late to be introducing us brand new characters. We don't know what the samurai dude do. He's been there in the background. If he's gonna be a background, just can you swap him out? Can every character that does something just be hands on deck? The dude who do the technology.
I think Anno had a chance to be this show's, you know, Mixie or Deadpool or Beyonder or something like that, but they somehow missed the mark with it.
That's fine. What is the unpower? This person is pulling out soul stones and be like, oh, how?
Shuri said she had an artifact and all. I'm like, dang.
Well, we don't know. You know, again, this person. I like to say this person, so that's how they stating it. We don't know.
Yeah.
So we just gonna say that. I'm gonna keep what they keeping on.
Yeah, but
look, we did.
Yeah, we don't know.
If Andy, as crazy as Andy can be, even he's using whatever. So I'm just like, I'm gonna go with it because I don't know. We literally don't know nothing about Anno other than that they write that book. But how do you keep pulling out powers? I know artifacts exist, y'all. I do. But I'm like, hold up, you got a whole soul stone and you create something out of thin. Like, what is your power? And first of all,
and you tear your arm off.
Yeah.
Come on,
and you
man.
Can't grow it back.
Yeah, I was like, is it gonna grow back or is it gone forever? It's like, what? And then she like replaced it.
A power be on something if it's so forwardly broken. Even though you can't grow your arm back, it's like, okay. But then you got soul stones, you got this, you can slap Fuko in books and send her soul through travel, time, and space. And I mean, this is cool. Probably, I think this would have been better middle of the season, or like, honestly, this would have been cool to have, like, say, moved up into the beginning of the second core and let this be like the beginning of the second season. Okay. I'm not liking the order
I think what they thought Anno was gonna do, it ain't hitting like they thought it was gonna hit.
Nah, they should have moved Anno to season 1, season 2, episode 1, and then start the Anno arc. I think that would have been better after we then kind of took a break from it. It's like too much. Maybe
I'm not intrigued by Anno. I'm annoyed.
Kind of annoyed because I do not understand what their unpowers are and what the hell they're doing. It's like, what's next? Do we get it? If we get one more extra power, I am completely dropping Undead Unluck to my rotation. It is time to rotate Metallic Rouge back in. In fact, shout out to Masha. I ain't got nothing else really to care about that episode. That Masha was the other thing I watched. Speaking of pacing, I know Masha ain't everybody's cup of tea, but they pacing is on point. They had that big tournament fight. They knocked that out. We done already met the big bad.
The character's slow. So the pacing is.
I'm sorry. The pacing is great. The pacing is great from Marshall. Whether if you like it or not, everybody cup of tea. But I'm saying the way they're moving in accordance to the story is excellent. It's doing a lot in the time that it's supposed to do it, we'd have met the big bad of Innocent Zero. He's one of those. He's like the old boy from Naruto. What's his name again? When he pop out, the snake dude. My mind's slipping. Y'all.
The snake dude?
From Naruto, the first big
Orochimaru?
Yeah, Orochimaru. He's like that.
Ain't nobody think about him. Man,
look, I'm saying his first arc. I'm saying the first arc. He was the big bad.
He was bad for real.
He was the boogeyman. The first arc. The first whatever.
I'll give you that.
But so Innocent Zero is like the boogeyman, his minions, and it turns out, whatever reason, Mash is also his son. In air quotations, I don't know if Mash was created from something. He got probably the perfect body, and where his other sons have all this other power, and he's basically want to absorb them to become a perfect being. He's one of those weirdo sick types. So of course, Dumbledore, fake Dumbledore, anime Dumbledore, he's gonna jump in. They gonna fight. He gonna mess over him. Like they gonna hurt each other, but fake Dumbledore is going to get it. That's in the book. Y'all don't care, so I'm just gonna say it. But I do like that he's been the biggest supporter of MASH, and basically his death or his loss is going to kind of group them together where they stop hating on MASH because he don't have magic powers, and they're going to test him and get him ready for the second part of it. So I think we're going to finish on, they got like a couple episodes left. I think season 3 is going to get a little more darker. It's still going to have a lot of goofiness in it. I am satisfied with MASH, whereas Undead has just been going to the derpy side of, I needed to snap
not the
back.
derpy side.
It's getting
the
derpy.
derpy side. That's a very good. That's a very good word for me. I'm uninspired.
I'm kind of like, I could have just skipped this episode. And
Andy is he's not a very likable protag for me. I like Fuko way more. I like a lot of the other characters, but I don't like Andy.
I would be happy if Fuko could like kind of go off on herself and then like rotate back around with Andy. Like they just do missions and they like separate. I don't really know. I need more by the time we get to season 2. They better end it. They got to end this season really good because they done showed their hand. You think they're a good spades player. They getting books in the first couple of hands. The next thing they just fall apart. That's where we're going. They can't get no more books with me. And I want to love it. I loved it just a few episodes ago, but it's like, I don't think y'all.
The problem is like they dropped the filler when Ninja Kamui and Solo were going heavy. Like see if those two, if like Ninja and Solo weren't on fire right now, we might have been able to kind of like absorb the impact a little bit. But when you got 2 other shows that are like starting to heat up, it's like
I hate to be like that, but the fact that I look at episode counts. Yes, y'all, I do that because I kind of like to plan my time out. The fact that what I'm getting in Solo Leveling and Ninja Kamui in 12 episodes. Ninja Kamui might just be 12 episodes. That might be the series. I think but it's been hype ever since every episode. Now it's a little special as opposed to whereas Undead is built to be, it's an adaptation that's going to run a long time, but I don't know if I want it, and I'm starting to feel what Ninja is saying about a little burnout. I like 12, my sweet spot, 15 and under episode seasons. Unless you're like Spy Family. Like, Spy Family.
Oh, yeah.
Spy Family, I have no limit with Spy Family.
I haven't even jumped on to that one yet.
But
I'm so behind on Spy Family, but I will say...
Yeah, I'm behind on Spy Family, too.
I think Undead's problem is that the story has been moving, and then they ground the story to a halt to bring Ano in.
Yeah, like,
and that's the biggest problem. If they brought Ano in where she was moving, or sorry, they were guys. It's not on purpose. It's just look.
We know.
I see. Look, come on, man. But anyway, like
I work on it, bro.
If they would have brought them in, and we were moving along, with the story, I think it would have been fine. But we slowed everything down to a halt.
We are on another arc. We're doing that arc within an arc thing, and I do not like it. Naruto is the last one that did it. I know this ain't gonna be that long.
Oh yeah, they used to do it a lot.
Is out there fighting and destroying stuff. Y'all start off with this, I already saw the future, and now we're jumping into pages of Andy's life. That needs to be, y'all could make that another seat, like somebody, the order of operations.
It screams, let's stretch this out, and people don't want that no more.
It's just not well done.
It's not going to work no more. This ain't the 90s.
It makes Andy less endearing than he was.
I kind of don't care what he was doing in the past, other than y'all can give me 2 episodes. This is why Andy is undead. This is why him and Victor don't like each other. You can make that. Y'all can like do that top level. I don't necessarily need to see him playing cowboy and whatever and all.
Yeah, because this is the 3rd episode. Well, technically, it's the 1st episode of us seeing his life, but it's the 3rd episode of us grinding to a halt.
Bruh. And they do it every time we have a big thing. They grind it to the halt before they re-kick it back up. And they actually are, I hate to say this, but they're actually showing us some of the same things that happen. So they're really chewing up episodes and not giving us even the full, say, 25, 30. It's like that 17, 18 minutes trick. They think that we ain't gonna catch on to that.
Yeah.
Like, so it's like, all right, y'all, knock that off. All right, y'all ain't Naruto. Y'all ain't Bleach. Y'all ain't Dragon Ball.
I mean, it really screams that we trying to get money off another episode. And
I want to like it because I sell this book.
I don't like your characters.
It might be one of them situations where the book is really dope and the anime is kind of aight every now and then.
Some things,
or it's like a roller coaster where it's hot for 5 episodes and then it's kind of weak for 2 episodes, then it's hot for another.
That's
4.
a sentence I ain't ever think out here. Nah, he absolutely isn't. I mean,
he ain't. Hey, it's like when Draymond Green told Paul Pierce, "Hey, you ain't Kobe. They don't love you like that." Andy, you ain't Tanjiro, man.
I'm just gonna say, like,
look, y'all better not stretch this out.
Look, I'm gonna tell y'all like this: y'all better all get y'all money before Commodore step back in. All right? Because I've been going back and watching Demon Slayer from the beginning. And I'm gonna tell you, I love it just as much as I loved it the first time. Demon Slayer is, man. Look, y'all better hurry up. Y'all better get good.
Is one of those things like Avatar: The Last Airbender. I can rewatch, and I'm going to rewatch it
till this day.
I'm gonna like Naruto. Certain arcs I can rewatch to the end of time because of how they executed it, and it can be timeless. And I'm sure, like for Rachel, and people who love One Piece, they got arcs of One Piece and parts of it that's going to stand the test of time. And that's why they're great. And I joke about Dragon Ball, but do I love the Frieza saga? Absolutely. That's one of my favorite sagas. That's why that was one of the tops of the top for me. But shout out to to Piccolo when he gets his love and all that in the movie. But it's just like there's certain parts of certain animes that, yes, this is a standard and this is how you do it in this time frame. I don't necessarily want a shonen that's gonna last more than, I'm generous, 300. I probably could do 250. I probably don't want to do no more than what I did with Boruto. And I'm still gonna go back and finish Boruto like a madman. But for new people, y'all gotta give me something that I absolutely need, especially if you're shonen. Joke like stuff like, say, Space and Later and Lum. I know a real name is like you're saying you gotta, I mess it up. You can run that to the end of time because it's like, gag, it's like 4 comma type of stuff. Minus gag anime, I do need a beginning, a solid middle, and a strong ending. I can forgive you in the opening, but when your middle is getting a little bit soggy, like basically if your anime is getting like my gut, like y'all, I gotta lose a little weight. I got a gut. I don't want my anime look like my gut. I
don't even know how that.
I want a little bit. Look. I know what I need to do. I know I got a gut. I want to trim it down. I want to trim it down, make it efficient, and make it move a little bit smoother.
They're like we trying to pad this runtime.
I wanted from you, Coop. I would have been okay without this one, man.
I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah,
But I'm just saying,
Undead need to keep it moving, man. They
gotta
gotta
trim
they
some
gotta
stuff,
they gotta
man.
pick it back up and keep moving.
Yeah.
And I don't
Do
feel like we're
do the
going to
stuff
get.
y'all do good. Do some more of that.
I
Cut this cheapskate. Cause like I say, y'all ain't y'all pro tag ain't strong enough to be
it
trying to lead us along like this.
because it's the same artwork I think that was done by Fire First and Soul Eater, and those were explode like Undead was explosive like those in the beginning, and now it's like I don't really need to
And
see Andy talking.
I'm gonna keep it real with you. Undead is not they should be, but it's not touching Fire Force's level. Now, Fire Force has a lot of just basic shonen issues that I have with it. But overall, I would say that Fire Force is more enjoyable. This first season is more enjoyable than this first season. And that's because we didn't have, at least that I can remember, someone might check me on this, but I don't remember a string of 3 episodes where we just stopped the story in Fire Force in the first season.
No, because even
No,
when
we
they
don't.
wasn't action, they had to do like detective work. Like
Mhm.
everything moved to a goal. Whether if it was the captain, because he doesn't have power, so he got to do stuff on the background, or if it's Shinra, got to go talk to people, and then when Shinra talk to
Or
people, they
us
usually
finding out that like the government and the priests is lying to people and stuff and all this.
like there's
Like,
so many
bruh.
crooked parts of everything, and then people generally try to kill Shinra. Or the people working with the white clad, like there's stuff moving. It's kinetic. The word is
Mhm.
kinetic. Undead will stop its momentum and
Bruh,
grounds.
we had a great catalyst. Billy does the betrayal, takes the table, or tries to take the table, ends up, pretty much burning down their base and piecing out. It's a big old fight. And then then we get the realization from Juiz, and then we're like, okay, everybody, let's stop. It's like,
And I'm
what?
gonna be honest with you. The main thing that I can't really forget right now. I'm not feeling Foucault just all of a sudden being in love with Andy and even admitting it through that episode. Like, oh, the man that I love. Like,
Yeah.
it's a lot that
Oh yeah, they did come on kind of
I was
fast.
like, all right,
That came on kind of fast.
too like.
And y'all sped that up quick. And not saying that,
I
okay,
love
all right, let me
Andy.
take it back, because he has done a lot for her emotionally, where he's been the kind of like the teddy bear Andy,
Yeah.
where you can see that he honestly cares. So he has done, but it did seem like it just kind of came out
That
the blue.
that one was too out the blue, and it's like if they want to end the season and she's just like, "Hey, this is why I love you," blah blah blah, and then if they want to do the slice of life stuff and actually communicate it, but if it's just a bunch of gobbledygook, ano, anoisms
Mm,
slapped together with Juiz just doing cool stuff in the background, just yelling stuff, and telling on herself about her and her time with Victor. I don't know. I don't know where this goes.
Oh
I
man.
just and I'm really already over the samurai dude. Seriously, next season, make him do something or get rid of him.
Yeah.
Honestly,
You know what? That's a good place to stop. Undead Unluck, y'all got y'all marching orders. Go in and do them. I'm gonna throw it. I'm gonna throw it to Ninja. Uh, would you please hit us with your final thoughts? And of course, where can they find you? Where can they meet the Kunoichi of the year? Because I know you're gonna be in those cosplay streets out there. You know what I'm saying? In
Yes.
the videos, dancing. No, I'm just playing.
No, no, not that now. No, not that part. You're never gonna catch me slipping. At least not where anywhere I've been tagged.
Hmm.
uh,
So that being said, my final thoughts for this week are fairly simple in the sense of there are certain things that keep people around, whether it's the length of the series, whether it's protagonist, whether it's the character design, or the soundtrack. And every so often those two align and it's worth the watch, but you have to make sure you give it 2 to 3 to start and then make your decision from there. And yeah, always remember your backlog.
Yeah,
I always
please
remember
do.
your backlog.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still working on it.
Where can they find you?
I am at the Ninja Cosplay, THE Ninja Cosplay on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and wherever fine books are sold.
Word up, word up. All right, Coop, what's up?
Well, I agree with the Ninja 3. Sometimes it turned out to be 5. I had to get Mark to take the 5 instead of the 3, and I think it worked out. Just because
I was feeling solo on the first episode.
Okay, because I know you said the first 10 minutes, but then you
5 is almost halfway through a season. I'm not doing that.
Well, I'm saying for Mark, I wanted him to see that particular part of Solo Leveling. Like, you know, sometimes look. Sometimes I hold my homie's hand and be like, "Hey, man, this is why." And then if he turns me down, cool, great. But it worked. But yes, I think you gotta give it at least 3 for most stuff. I ain't gonna lie, I've come across some that it's hard for that too. I'll give it 2. And like I said, I don't even understand how I stuck around with Buchigari, and I'm gonna go back to it. It's like that terrible drink that gives you a good high for some reason or something that just make you feel good, but I don't understand why I like this meal. But it is well animated, I'll say that. And I like the opening and closing. The opening and closing. But I don't know, I'm about to probably dive into some slice of life, because Undead is definitely about to unwork itself out of the rotation. And Metallic Rouge is about to slip in. I'm about to try some of the stuff that Rachel mentioned. I might try some of the murder mystery stuff. You know, I'm feeling. I think I'm gonna try Apartha Carey Diaries. I'm tempted to try that. I think the homie mentioned about Bochi the Rock. Shout out to Camp. He joined it in. I think I'm gonna give Buddy Daddies, as much as I hate the name. Everybody, I think I'm gonna give it a try. There's it in awards. People like it. And of course, I like anything that give me Spy Family type of vibes and warmth. If you can give that to me, then you got me, and I'm all in. And I just think Ninja Kamui. You know, I wish I could find out ratings. I don't even know if it's gonna be the highest rating this season. Probably won't. That's probably gonna be Solo Leveling and other stuff that is in the traditional things. But god damn if they ain't doing it right, man. Like, y'all bringing me back to the days of Toonami. Y'all making me actually watch Toonami, and I feel rewarded. It feels so good for that. Like, it's like seeing your friend. Like, I don't know. Y'all were both doing good. Maybe he went to jail or something. He came out. He got saved. And he's doing great. It's like, you're doing good, man. Like, what? And look at you. Like, look at you, Toonami.
He said he came out and got saved.
Got saved. You know,
gave his life to Christ, man. You know,
out here. I don't know. He got a job. He cut grass. You know, he cut lawns consistently or something. And you know, he's dressing better. He doesn't even drink anymore. And then he's just a good person to be around. Like, me and you was talking about the bumps in Toonami. They gave us a nice bump, like with Ninja Kamui. I was like, yes.
Oh yeah,
it feels like
gave us that trailer that you know,
like 2003 to 2010 all over again.
Yeah, and they giving us the realness now. They got their little swag back. You know, it's like that boxer that was doing well, then maybe lost the belt, went through a couple bad years, came back.
I'm just gonna hold judgment because I don't want to jinx it, because it is still under WB, y'all. You know, just hold tight, but don't hold too close, because I just feel like they be like David Zaslav be like, oh, Blurters say they like it, delete it. Oh, NERDSoul loves it. Get rid of it. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. Get JC staff on it. Get the people who did One Punch Man season 2 on it. You know, I don't know.
They'd be like, you know, we can replace all these shows with Coco Melon.
Oh, you just going too far now. Anyway, y'all can find me if you are in Baton Rouge tomorrow. If this is up tomorrow, go to my socials. You can see Anime Night at Radio Bar. We're going to be listening to all type of anime stuff. There's going to be a cosplay contest. I'm going to be set up. There's going to be a onigiri pop-up. So we're going to be eating some weed food. And, you know, the Japanese meal out there. the homie Lazy Nerds, he gonna be popping up too. It's gonna be DJ Bucktooth. Love the name. Hope he's good. But Radio Bar is great. So I'm gonna have a good time. And also, if you're in Mississippi, Jackson, Mississippi, where Gamma Ray reside out there, you will see me at Mississippi Anime Fest. I've loved all my cons in Jackson. I love the people there. Just shout out to y'all. If y'all in Jackson, y'all have been great supporters. Every time I go, I have not had a bad experience. So listen to the pod at www.blerd-ish.com. And it's a merch sale going on this weekend too. So get some of your dope stuff that you like of your favorite anime and superhero stuff and different things. Go and get that shirt for X-Men 97. Go and get ready.
Yeah.
Get that Invincible shirt. So that's all I got to say.
That's all you got to do. You know what I'm saying? Go and get your clothes. Get them ready. Get them ready for that con season so you can rep.
Get the Blurtish logo shirts, man. Really represent.
Dub, you know what I'm saying? Say what's up. Tell them where they can find you, man.
Well, solo leveling. I learned the ninja is always correct. Always trust the ninja. 3 episodes. 2 I was in though. I think that god creature that imbued Jinwoo with the power. I think his smile was creepy, and he looked like the baby.
Super creepy.
His smile looked like the baby. It was also super creepy.
Yeah.
And with these demons in my head, vengeance is the only way.
That's right.
I feel that.
Gotta go down.
I feel like I gotta go to work and tell him. Vengeance is the only way.
Love with Joe Higgin, or however you say it, and Jinwoo. And Jinwoo, I love they vibe. They ain't taking it from people right now. They done. They hitting back.
Say, bro, they getting to it. They getting to it. I love the getting to itness.
Jinwoo like, pay me, fool, or get out my way.
Like, I really just need my cash.
I need my cash.
Man, I don't even need to split this money up with nobody else. I'm gonna go ahead and smack these creatures up. You're gonna get your 19 battles, and everybody gonna be happy.
Stay out my way. You don't even come in the dungeon.
Stay your little pretty armor out here. We don't want you to get no grass stains on your uniform.
Oh, not grass stains.
That boy went from being laughed at to now just like, bro, I ain't never seen nobody level up so much when he poke his chest out, walk in the dungeon, and then come back. Be like, yeah, it was light work. I'm like, man.
Like, yeah, we good.
Yeah, he's definitely transcended, and it's very dope. It doesn't feel super cheap.
On another level.
I like the penalty.
Oh yeah.
I thought the penalty was okay. So, y'all, I'm sorry. I started drifting back into Ninja Kamui. It's so dope. I'm Mark Dub 44 on X Twitter X, extra Twitter, whatever. I'm Mark Dub on IG. I'm Mark Wallace in real life, and I'm in these streets.
And when you in the streets, man, talk about what you got coming up, Mark.
Cool. Yeah. Anyway, I'm out.
No, man, we'll
talk about that later.
All right. I'm trying to throw you curveball.
No, we'll talk about it later.
All right, let it cook.
Vengeance is the only way.
All right, that's word. Well, final thoughts is man, solo leveling. Y'all need to be watching it. Ninja Kamui, need to be watching it. There's no reason that you can't be watching that thing. Also, sounds good. You heard it first from Ninja. You know what I'm saying? That great pretender. So look, holla at us in them comments. Let's talk some anime. And until the next time, you know what I'm saying? That you have to make sure that not a bead of sweat hits a laser or hits the floor like in Mission Impossible, the first movie. This is just from us to you saying, peace.
Bye.